What's going on? What is going on, people? If y'all
Why?
can see,
Why?
if y'all can see
What?
what
What?
goes on
What?
before I hit this record button.
What?
It's cute. We're gonna have to get some behind the scenes going on in this piece.
I don't think
Thank
that's
you guys
fair.
for tuning in.
I don't think that's fair at all. All right, I guess. Life.
Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. This is the second episode of Select Star Radio. I am one of your hosts.
Keep it up.
I'm one of your hosts, D.O.B. in Sac, California. The other guy with me, your favorite, Mr. Hoodnerd in Oakland, California.
What up with it though?
What's going on, my guy?
What's up with it?
How are you?
Cool.
Just cool?
Just cool, bro.
Man, we got a lot to talk about
We
today.
got a lot to talk about, bro. For real.
So I can't wait to get into it. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with topic number one. Actually, this week there's a lot of news, so we just gonna get like right into it.
Dude, we
So
playing the same shit.
exactly. So nothing. We haven't been playing anything that's any different than we played last week. Yeah, everybody's playing Helldivers right now, and that's pretty much the new hotness this week.
Pretty much.
Right now. Period.
Yeah, last 2-3 weeks.
So we're gonna go ahead and get into the PlayStation Plus free games for March. So first off, make sure you guys there's a lot of people that have PlayStation Plus that don't be getting the free games.
Yeah.
And they'll either say, they're not good, or I don't play them, or I can't tell you how many games that I've claimed. I claim games just because, number one, it's free. I mean, you paid for these games, but it's free, if you will. Just claim them. They don't even download. Just hit the add the library button, because there's so many games like Dirt. I ended up getting my steering wheel rig, and I mean, I played Dirt for a little while when it came up for free, but
It's
when you
different.
downloaded it, thank God I had it,
Yeah.
because I got the steering wheel, and so you just never know what may change in your gaming life that make you be like, you know what, let me go and download XYZ because it was free via PlayStation Plus. So go claim these games that they giving you for, again, free with quotations. But for this month, you're getting is it Sifu? Is that how you pronounce that name?
Sifu.
So it is Sifu. It's like a karate game. I haven't played it. Have you, Tay?
Mm-hmm. It's a kung fu game. Yeah, it's dope. It's like
so is it story driven?
Yes, but also it's a roguelike, so it's about dying, right? It's about dying and trying again. But the game has a risk reward system to dying, because the more you die, the older you get. So, and if you get too old, you die, and then you got to start all over again from the whole beginning, right? So like the risk reward is like you learn certain moves as you get older, but then you also can't learn other moves because you get older, right? So like as you're younger, you can do certain things, but like you can gain more wisdom by being, so it's like a balance of like trying to be, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a game about revenge. So like your quest is to kill these people, whatever, but like it might take you 67 years, but then that might be your last try. You know what I'm saying? And depending on how you die is how old you get, or something like that. So it's crazy. It's a dope game though, but it's hard. It was so hard. People complaining about how hard it was, but it's like it's a Dark Souls type of game. It's really a fighting game. It's really a fighting game. Like no two ways are the same. You have to fight differently every time.
So does it not have settings to change the difficulty, or is it just
I don't think it did at first. I think it didn't at first, but people cried and complained, as they do now. And I think they eventually added like an easier mode for people, but like I don't like that developers have. I understand that some people want to play the game, but like sometimes people have to make the things that they want to make, and they wanted to make a harder action game, and people wanted to play it because it was so popular at the time. They're like, oh, it should be more accessible. It's like, yes, but also they want to make it this game. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
So it's a tough balance. You know what I'm saying? Just like Dark Souls, people wanted Dark Souls to be easier for people that, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, no, like, no, just figure it out. If you can't, this game ain't for you, unfortunately. Like, and it sucks
And
for a
it's
lot of
crazy. That's how
gamers.
gaming was back in the day, bro.
You had no
like a
now
game came out.
Yes, now accessibility for like maybe your special needs or maybe something like that. But just because you can't, it's the game is hard. You're like, man, put it on a medium mode. It's like that's not what this game is built for, baby. Like this is built for something different. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, no, Sifu's worthy for sure. Sifu's a worthy.
So yeah, so it's 4 games this month. Sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 4. This one we got lucky. We got 4. We got F1,
23.
23, and then we got Hello Neighbor 2, and then Destiny 2, the Witcher Queen or the Witch Queen, which you're gonna have to help me out with this because I'm not big on Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
So
neither am I no more.
Destiny's already free to play,
but the expansions aren't.
so this is the expansion they're giving you now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you want to play, sure, you can play Destiny. You can buy Destiny right now and play for free, but you can only go so far because you need to have the expansion of the Witch Queen, just like WoW or like any other MMO. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay,
the base game is free, so you can get to a certain point, but there's a certain point where you can like, hey, you need this expansion or whatever. So,
but I mean, hasn't Destiny had hella expansions, or am I wrong?
Yeah, the Witch Queen I think is the one, like the latest one that they're giving you. I think it's actually the newest one is coming out. I can't remember where they are. I'm so far behind now. I think this might be the last one I played. So they're giving you like an older expansion.
So let's pause real quick. So why are you not as big on Destiny as you used to be? Like what happened?
That's something you need to ask Bungie.
Well, no, what did they do? Did they break something? Did they?
No, just the loop is boring.
Is it because it turned into a live service?
It's been a live service. The loop is boring. It's the same game over and over again. Every expansion.
It didn't launch as a live service, is it?
Yeah, I mean, kind of. They just didn't have names back then. But yeah, I mean, yeah, season passes and level. Yeah, of course, microtransactions. They had it. It was all there. Silver or whatever it is now. Eververse, all that shit. It's had it since day one. They've had so many different economies. They've, it's been all over the place. But yeah, I don't know. I think the fact that they didn't care about multiplayer like they should have, and then they admitted it, it's kind of like we kind of gave up on it. I think for me, that was fucked up. And then some of the expansions were just kind of like the same shit. You know what I'm saying? They just wanted to make you grind for like weapons that weren't even like hella tight, or they were just bringing back weapons from the past. It's like, yeah, they were just confused. It just got boring. And diehard Destiny players are leaving, right? Or like not playing as much. So it's not me. I left a long time ago. I left like 2 years ago after the Witch Queen. I think I was done. So yeah, I don't know. It just wasn't as fun as it used to be. It's the same loop, and it's not a good one anymore. And it's sad. And hopefully they can correct it with their next title. But Destiny 2, it's pretty bad for that one, in my opinion. I know some people still play it. I still love the universe. It's just, I think, it wasn't all Activision's fault. You know what I'm saying? You got what you wanted. You got your freedom. And, what happened? You know what I'm saying? So remember, they were the first to do layoffs. They did layoffs a long time, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Mismanagement. And then, yeah, it's just not the same Bungie, probably. So, but yeah, Destiny is not the same, dog. It's sad. And, these games that become live services that are live services. And, but to be fair, it still has one of the biggest communities. So it's not like it's like dead. But it's just not as fun as it once was to me as someone it was invested since D1. You know what I'm saying? So, who was like following since the E3, since I got to go to E3 and see it. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, for me, it was kind of like, and then even some of my diehard friends are like, you know what I'm saying? They playing Helldivers because it's giving them it's giving them the destiny that they wanted. The co-op, you know what I'm saying? The world, you feel like you're actually changing something by liberating these planets or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
So, how can I say this? So, a lot of these games now, they're pretty much living universes, if you will.
Or they want to be.
Or they want to be.
Yeah.
And so these games are living on, evolving, so on and so forth. Helldivers is currently one of the hottest games on the market right now. I'm currently like a level 31, I believe. So I'm pretty much have everything. Majority of the battle pass, all the stratagems. Right now, my main focus is getting the super samples and upgrading my ship. So now for me, because almost everything's unlocked, I think the max XP is 50. So at this point, I'm starting to wonder, like, what's next? What's coming to?
Sure.
What else are they do? What's the roadmap for the game?
Sure.
And so one thing that they have gave us that's not going to be on their roadmap is PvP. Now, PvP, for those that don't know, is player versus player, which is your Call of Duties of the world, Battlefields, things like that, player versus player.
Or peer-to-peer, whatever you want to call it, yeah, sure.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So they've stated, the developer has stated, Helldivers 2 will not see PvP because it wants to reduce toxic elements from the community.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if they're going to actually stick to that or not. Because I could see this game being a pretty good PvP. As they continue to grow and the world continues to evolve, you know, kind of like a Fortnite, if you will, that's pretty much like a sandbox at this point. I'm curious if they'll end up changing on that, because a lot of people have been hearing that and they're just like, oh, I mean, nobody's not going to play the game anymore. The game's so great, but
sure.
We're all just curious, you know, what's going to come next. But as of right now, we definitely know that there's not going to be any PvP. But it's very interesting that they specified to reduce toxic elements, pretty much meaning a lot of you gamers out there are toxic.
But we know that though. What are we talking about? We're black. We grew up in the suit. What are you talking about, bro? What the fudge? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we're black, bro.
So,
like,
so you
gamer,
and I
bro,
have had this conversation off air,
yes,
but let's bring it on air.
Yes.
And I feel that is not as bad as it once was. Like there's still crazy people out there talking crap, but like we've talked about the introduction of the party system. Some people not being on their mics, or they'll have their headphones on, but
sure,
they don't talk.
Sure.
So, and like I feel one of the worst games is Call of Duty. But even in Call of Duty, it's came down so much, and I don't know if that's because they listen to the parties now and they like suspend people and suspend accounts and stuff like that. So, but I feel like with this game, I don't know. I would like to see what a PvP would look like in this game. If we never get it, no big deal. But I wouldn't mind seeing what that would look like in Helldivers. But I can't wait to see what they got coming next, though, for sure.
Yeah, I agree with that. I just don't think everything needs a PvP, right? I think
for sure.
Some things need to be what they are, and I think maybe a PvP isn't their bag. And, you know, trying to do something that you're not good at just to like appease the masses might not be the best option for them, right? They're a small team. You know, you can see the way this game launched. They weren't expecting this. This is unexpected territory for them. And it's beautiful to see, right? Like a small Swedish team, the small Swedish studio that Sony pretty much threw to the wolves. Like, here, go out there. You know what I'm saying? No real promotion, no nothing. And now it's the biggest game. Guarantee every time we see them again, they're going to be front and center. They're going to be the big dogs now.
Sony slept on them.
Yes. What?
Sometimes you wonder if they was just like,
what? Yeah, they showed a trailer for it with all the other live services that they showed at that State of Play, right? But they didn't it wasn't like they like dug their heels and was like, yo, Helldivers is the one, y'all. Yeah. Like, no, when they Spider-Man, they was advertising Horizon advertised. If they knew Helldivers was gonna be Helldivers, there would have been tanks in Santa Monica Pier. It would have been bugs in Dubai. You get what I'm saying? Like what they do for their games that they care about. They had no idea this is a fluke. And it's a beautiful fluke for Arrowhead Studios because they could make them a major now. And this is how it happens now. And they built a game that was based on like community and fun. And that's what I love about Helldivers. It's not about trying to necessarily be the best player. It's about just having fun. Sometimes we need some games that's just that. Just you kicking it with your homies or some people you just met, some randoms from around the world, and y'all all on the same mission, having fun, trying to kill some bugs and some fucking Terminators, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing, and it's cool. And it's very rare for a multiplayer game to be like that, where it's like community. We all have the same goal, and it's cool. And I have a vision of what they could do for this game. And it's they could bring in other factions. That map is really big. They could bring in other factions to fight. So now you fighting from like 3 different battlefronts, or you have it to where, oh, the Terminates have invaded with the bugs. You know what I'm saying? So now you got cross battles, right? Now you having cross situations where you fight bugs and the bugs and the Terminators, and then whatever new faction you're dealing with, right? So then you got new strategies you got to balance. So I can see that, and even maybe raids. So maybe like big battles to where it's like, all right, calling all Helldivers. This is a drop your thing attention. We need all Helldivers. And maybe they do like 16-man big battle raids on the planet where it's like you and 16 people that have to do all these objectives. Like, we got to set this nuke off. So like whatever happens, like these teams are all doing different things. And at the end, we all have to converge and meet up in this big battle to get off the ship. And we all extract on all our ships and shit. It could be fun. It could do some fire shit like that to where, yeah, it's not. Because I know you never really experienced Destiny raids or a raid in general. That's something I'm like, Destiny basic is cool, but the raid experience is where you really get the value of those kind of games, when you get to do those cooperative things with your friends and our people, and you like have to coordinate and all be on the same page. Because if one of you fucks up, it's over for the whole team, right? So like when you do accomplish those goals, it's fire. So they could do something like that because they already have the mechanic where, oh, you got to load the gun and the person can load it fast. So they already have those things built into the game. Add some mechs, maybe add some planes, maybe some motorcycles, some, you know what I'm saying, some shit to where we can get around these planets faster. And maybe you have some crazier enemies to where it makes sense to have faster vehicles or slow, you know what I'm saying? Like have it mixed up to where shit like that. But yeah, like fuck with it. It can go crazy because it's a cool PvE. It really is. It has one of the best loots that I've played since Left 4 Dead. Period. It's nothing been this fun to play with your friends. Dude, it's people that I know don't fuck with games like that that are playing this game. It's so crazy, bro. Like I got homies that don't play.
The word of mouth for this game has been ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Like
bro.
I said, a lot of the people that I'll get in the room with, if they talk, I'll ask them like, "Did you play the first one?" And they'll be like, "No." And I'll be like, well, how'd you hear about it? Or how'd you find out about it? And they'll be like, well, I seen a friend of my friends was playing it, and I asked them about it. Or
for sure,
I saw it online. I saw a TikTok for like Izzy and Jordan.
For sure.
I was telling them about it to get it. And Izzy was like, oh, I really don't like playing cooperative games. I like doing my own thing. And he ended up downloading it. Now this fool loves the game. Him and Jordan. Jordan was over here. Oh, I'm playing Avatar. I was like, man, if you don't leave them blue people alone and come home. Then he finally downloaded it and got up in there, and he was like, I don't know how I missed the first one. So and they just like with this one, they really didn't promote the first one. It's just
no, but the first one, to be fair to
this one hit.
To be fair to the first one, it was a different type of game. Right, it was promoted.
But it was still hella fun though.
But it was promoted. That game wasn't got heavy promoted, but for the indie title that it was, or the 2A title that it was, it did get some decent promotion for it. That's when they promoted shit the PS4 days. It got a couple things, you know what I'm saying? So now they're weirder with that kind of shit. But yeah, no, they are. Like they advertised their PS5 in a Wired article. Like that's dumb as fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's dumb as a bitch. Who reads Wired magazine? But a 75-year-old man. What am I reading? Popular Science? Yeah, I used to read those when I was younger, but no one's reading that for gaming now. Like that was for Sony, dog. Like they bought that for Sony. Wired? How old are you? Wired magazine, bro. Oh, next week Mad magazine too. You gonna do an expose in Mad magazine? Get the fuck out of here. Who signed off on that? That's one of the dumbest decisions ever, bro. I can't believe they did that. They've been bad for a long time. That dumbass PSVR marketing. Like, They gonna announce the best game for PSVR. Exactly. They gonna announce the PSVR 2. They gonna announce that Gran Turismo is a PSVR 2 game.
What is PSVR?
It's true. They don't even know. They launched that shit they threw that to the wolves too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
they have not said a word about PlayStation VR. But we about to get to all of that in a minute. This podcast in a second it is gonna sound like we hate PlayStation. Clearly we don't.
Nah, we don't.
But boy, it's about to go down. So let's get through this news because we saving the best for last.
Well, it's not
next
the best.
up. Well,
for a lot of people, it's not the best.
Yeah, no.
For a lot of people, it's not the best.
For content wise, but
for sure.
People's livelihood, no, absolutely not.
It's
absolutely
actually tragic.
It's very fucked up. Is what it is.
It is.
People making it.
We don't do it. No,
we'll get there because you about to get me.
I know
because
I know
because it pisses me off.
Yeah, but that's.
I'm just gonna say this one thing real quick.
Okay.
You have these people who are up top making these decisions.
Yes.
And if their decisions don't win,
you lose.
It fucks it up for all the little people down here who had nothing to do with that fucked up decision that you made. But you don't lose your job.
But they don't.
You don't lose none of your pay. You don't lose your bonuses.
Nothing.
But the people down here, that's
how it works always though. That's how it always works. Yeah, for sure. That's how it works.
Corporate America, baby.
That's how it works.
That's finest.
Well,
it still pisses me off though. But so for nostalgia purposes, this is really why I included this. Best Buy will no longer stock physical media. Like physical media, it is literally coming to an end. Like,
well,
I don't know where you could buy CDs anymore because Best Buy was the last place, or Blu-ray for that matter. I mean, I guess you could go on Amazon.
Yeah.
I never looked for music on Amazon before. Like, I've never looked for a CD on Amazon before. I mean, there's always going to be a place where you could go and buy these things, but it's starting to become more and more harder to find it.
And it's so
like
crazy.
You don't have to go to eBay or something.
Let's see.
And I've worked at Best Buy twice in my life on 2 different occasions, and man, outside of Best Buy, I don't know where you can buy physical media. Like I said, like Blu-rays, because Fry's is the Fry's out there still open?
No, all Fry's are closed everywhere.
Wow, I don't know the whole thing.
Yeah, no, they're all gone. Yeah, you can buy audio CDs off. You can buy audio CDs off Amazon still.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
And then I mean,
vinyl.
Since we're talking, well, see, vinyl is starting to kind of. I don't want to say make a comeback.
It's a resurgence.
But
it's a resurgence. It became trendy, so it's a resurgence of it. You know what I'm saying? And people people are enjoying pressing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's kind of a trend. You know what I'm saying? But crazy enough, though, I mean, physical media, like in digital media, especially, like they're starting to kind of catch up a little bit. It's weird. Like COVID, it was like a huge gap, right? Of like people buying digital over physical, but now it's starting to like somewhat like level out a little bit. It's weird. It's like
you were telling me about that. Did you say you said you had read an article?
It was on
on the gaming front.
It was on Moore's Law is Dead. He actually reported on it. It was actually,
so it was on his YouTube channel.
Yeah,
or did he post?
It was on his YouTube channel. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he was saying that, like, do you remember what the percentages were?
I think it was like 70 or 80 before the gap. And now it's like 30, if I'm not mistaken.
Digital to physical games.
Yes, digital to physical games. Like the gap between digital and digital was killing. And now all of a sudden it's starting to like balance out a little bit for whatever reason. There's no rhyme or reason to it. And I really don't know why either. Because I thought it was going out, I thought it was, shoo, you know what I'm saying? But I'm wondering.
It was, but so that's very interesting to me.
But then I talked to one of my homies. And, we just had to talk about like sports titles, right? And a lot of people play sports titles and these games come out annually, and buying digital sports titles without being able to gift your entitlement or trade that game you know, it's kind of pointless. Like buying Spider-Man, you could play Spider-Man forever, right? If you pick it up and play it. But like buying Madden 18, it's worthless once they turn the servers off, and we all know they will, right? So that's a part of the game. I mean, Gran Turismo Sport just lost the servers, so yeah.
Once the new
they pretty much
once the new version comes out, the old version, the servers are still online, but they don't update it anymore.
Yeah, so it becomes the Wild West. Then it just becomes like messed up, and until they just go, all right, we're done with this. We're canceling the server. Excuse me. So yeah.
Sports games, boy.
Yeah, so I understand it from that standpoint because like I can at least trade them in, you know. I can at least give them something and get something in return. If I just have all these Maddens, it's like I just gave them money. So I kind of understand it from some games. Like it's like
yeah, for sure. Like, man, if it wasn't for,
and then some people are just neurotic. You know what I'm saying? Some people just like that you know, opening the physical task.
Oh yeah, some people like having that box. Like Jordan was one of those people for the longest until he started sharing his account. Now he's like, oh, I'll get all my games digital now. So but see, but the thing about it is like when you do like buy stuff like this,
don't show off.
Then it's like, man, if you don't have that disc in your console already, then you can't play it on the go or what have you. So there's benefits and perks
trade-offs to both. There's no perfect system yet. There's no like perfect way to do it. Like if PlayStation has some kind of entitlement system where you could swap entitlements, like Steam, that would be fire because then you could go, all right, well, I don't want this game anymore, but maybe my little cousin wants to play it.
And I hope they eventually do that.
Yeah, I'm sure one day.
I hope they eventually do.
They got other things.
They'll be the last ones to do it, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure.
Hopefully they'll do it. What was I about to say? I was getting ready to say something. I totally forgot that fast. But
that's what editing is for. It's fine.
Also, keeping in line with the fact that Best Buy no longer will sell physical media, we also got news today that Macy's is closing, I think, 150 or 250 of their stores.
150 stores nationwide.
150.
Yeah.
So,
and the flagship, San Francisco's Union Square, is going to be closing after 100 years, which is crazy. But I mean, who shops at Macy's?
Funny enough, it's really the older community that really still shop. Because my mom has her Macy's card.
Yeah, because they went there during that time. Yeah, they was still going getting a Macy's card. When the last time you been to Macy's? If I'm going to Macy's, I laugh. Like, I think I bought a suit jacket from Macy's and I bought it online and I had to go to Macy's to pick it up. But it wasn't like I bought from Macy's. I didn't go to Macy's and like, oh, let me look on the rack here.
Yeah, no, typically, so I do still shop at Macy's, but through the app because they always have a sale going.
They always have a sale.
Some sort.
Yeah, that's true.
Always, and they be having some good sales because I got some nice slacks. The slacks were
dress clothes for sure.
I didn't believe it because the sale was so egregious. Like the slacks were normally $115.
It's free.
And they were selling them for $20 a pop.
Wouldn't you ask no questions?
And so I was like, I made sure I went back to looking for sure enough. After the sale was over, they went back to $120, and I got like 5 pair, 5 different colors, and I was like, so
comforters,
Macy's for me,
comforters, stuff like that.
Oh, I used to get my comforters for them.
Me too.
But Macy's for me is dress clothes and colognes. Because whenever I need to smell something in person, like I go
to Bloomingdale's.
I'll go there. Nordstrom's. But I also use
they got better smells.
Scentbird. I use Scentbird too.
About Scentbird.
Yeah, I use Scentbird as well. But if it's something that I need like immediately,
Macy's still has Sean John.
I'll go to Macy. Sean John is still a thing.
It was. I think they just removed it because of Puff's cases. I think it was still in Macy's, bro. It was still there to this day. To this day.
Man.
Happy Black History Month. To this day.
Damn.
We didn't get to say that last week, man. We didn't get to do that. Well, we didn't do it last week, but yeah, it's today's the last day. We got an extra day to say it.
We gonna hit y'all with this unrelated podcast. We got so much content. But again, that's a whole nother podcast. So let me see what we got next up in news. Terminator. What's the name of that developer?
Nikon.
Nacon. So first off, I knew them as I didn't know they made video games.
Mm-hmm.
I knew them as a controller manufacturer.
Peripherals. I think they got into the games because the peripherals probably weren't doing enough, so they probably like diversified, started publishing games, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because when I seen it, I was like, "What?"
Yeah, it's that Nikon. Yeah,
but so they had a conference today, and at that conference they showed off a few different games. They showed off Terminator, a survivor game, and then they showed off Greedfall 2, Test Drive.
Greedfall 1 was popular.
They showed off some new accessories because they got controllers and headphones and that whole nine. Endurance Motorsport, which
It's a terrible name.
Is that a new series?
It's a new game. It's a terrible name. It's a terrible name.
And they really didn't. I didn't know if that was actual gameplay or if that was in engine. So it was a teaser trailer
with the two Porsches.
Yeah,
with the two Porsches. Yeah, it was probably in engine, but it's not coming out till next year, right? So
yes,
it's probably in engine. Yeah.
Most of these games aren't coming out until next year. The ones that stood out to me though was obviously the Terminator game.
Yeah, it looks interesting. I like just off setting alone. Like I like the setting of it. I like the world that they're building in. They're like, all right, fuck all them other stupid ass movies. We're only going off Terminator 1 and Judgment Day. So anything that happens after that, we don't care. It's like, okay, I'm cool with that because those were the two best movies, right? So like they're like making their own canon based off of those movies. So I kind of like that. And they made some good games so far. I think they're RoboCop, you know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, they did the other Terminator game, right? Nikon did the other Terminator game.
Yeah, they did.
That wasn't bad, and RoboCop's fun. So like this open world, first person survival type of Terminator game could be fun if done correctly. Not saying they're going to do it correctly, but it could be fun. Yeah, it could be fun, and I love that world.
I mean, they got my attention.
Yeah, that world is dope.
Number one, Terminator.
Yeah, that's a
survival.
Cool, and this is
up.
This is before the Resistance, so this is like before the John Connor. This is like the people are like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? People just trying to figure it out. So no one really knows what's going on. Everybody's kind of like, it's what? It's probably pieces of America that have no idea that there's robots taking over because they ain't made it there yet. You know what I'm saying? So that could be interesting to see too. Yeah, it could be a fun game.
And then there was another game that they showed off called Life. I didn't get a chance to watch that trailer yet. Then the one another one that stood out to me was World of Sports. So it's like they have a few different sports games within like one game, which they had rugby, they had pro cycling, they had I want to say I saw soccer, tennis. So that skateboarding. So there's a few different sports titles under this one game, and it's called World of Sports. So I'm curious to see. What that's going to end up being. But like I said, they showed a lot of interesting games that caught my attention.
Yeah.
I definitely recommend you guys check out their presentation. It was only about 40 minutes, so it's not long. I watched it kind of early, so by now they probably have an English feed because it's not in English. But there's subtitles though.
They're French.
Yeah, they are. But they're subtitles, but they probably have an English one now because it's typically how they do after the official, conference launches. They typically will launch the video with a translator. So, but I just was reading the subtitles and watching the trailers because main thing I wanted to see was gameplay anyway.
Sure.
But yeah, I definitely recommend you guys checking it out. They actually had a slew of games that were really interesting. Even Ravens Watch was another game that was really interesting. And then they have another survival game that actually launched today on PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S. It's a co-op game. I don't know how many players cooperatively. It doesn't say within the details, but it's called Welcome to Paradise. But with the number 2, so I'm guessing this is a sequel. I'm guessing I didn't know about that there was a first one, but that looked a little goofy ish. It's in the store right now for $39.99. I put it on my wish list because I do want to check it out. But I had a lot of games to my wish list.
Yeah.
Because if I don't buy it right now,
when it goes on sale.
Exactly, you'll get a notification, which I like that Sony does that now because they used to didn't do that. So I like that PlayStation does that now. If you have a game in your wish list, it'll notify you when it goes on sale.
Like Steam.
So exactly. So if for all of you that don't know that, if you plan on buying a game, wanting to buy a game, but you're like, I'm not gonna buy it yet, just throw it in your favorites. And I'm starting to notice a lot of games will like advertise that at the end of their trailer now. If it's not a game that's like coming out now,
add to wish
they'll
list.
be like add to your watch later or your wish list. And I'm like, that's interesting to see video games promoting that in their trailers now.
There's metrics to that too, right? Like if a game's followed or wished, it's all that shit is tracked, bro. All that shit is they're watching it all. You know what I'm saying? They watch it all. So
smart.
Yeah, so
because that's what I do. Because like, I don't know about you guys out there, but my life is so busy. And I'll forget. Like, I'll see a game that's showed off and be like, oh, man, I'm super excited. I want to play that. And then next thing you know, squirrel brain. Ooh, look at that over there. Like, ooh, look at that right there. Oh, I forgot about that game. But because of my wish list, it reminds me. So you guys should use your wish list on your stores. Xbox has one. Every store has one, to my knowledge, now. So utilize your stores, fella. Nintendo has one too.
Yeah,
the Switch has one too.
Everybody should have one. I think everybody has a wish list.
Yeah, so utilize it. It definitely comes in handy, especially for sales. Especially for sales. That's one of the main reasons I use mine. Because if I could wait for a game, man, and some of these sales be good.
No, they do.
Real good.
They do.
So, yeah. Let's see what we have next. So yeah, we're here at the end. So, one thing that we've talked about with I don't know why I was about to call that thing the Apple Visor, the Apple Vision, the Apple Vision Pro.
They should have made a visor. They should have made a visor. No way. Oh no. They made the wrong product. We missed it. They should have made a fucking flip visor, bro.
Did you? I saw an article saying that they canceled the car project.
Titan's gone.
Did you see that?
Yeah, Titan's gone, baby. Titan is out of here.
Man,
10 years.
That's crazy.
10 years for nothing.
I wonder why.
Because they wasn't gonna do good at that shit. The shit was gonna be weak, so they just gonna be like, all right, we just gonna put CarPlay in your car. Fancy, just work with us. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. Waste of time.
I would love to hear stories about stuff that gets canceled, man.
For sure.
Especially something like that. I would love to hear the story as to why.
I'm just thinking about like them trying to make a car, and it's like that's just hard. It seems hard because there's a lot to go into manufacturing a car and for it to be safe for a human. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's weird, but like cars are like really hard like to make. So like it's not like easy. It's like I get it, but like it probably was just like, all right, this ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, you're right. No, you absolutely.
And maybe
right.
the future they wanted wasn't there, You know what I'm saying? Maybe maybe their autonomy wasn't right. Because remember, they were trying to test autonomy too. And then maybe it just wasn't where they wanted it to be. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe it's not
I wonder how much money they put into that.
Billy's.
Man.
They could have just gave me one. And I'd have been cool. God damn, trying to give a nigga some. He said, let me hold some.
They could have just gave me one. Man,
me
I be
one.
thinking about stuff like that all the
Yeah,
time.
can I hold?
Like,
let me hold
just
10% or something, bro. It ain't nothing. You got some. Y'all got
kind of percentage.
Y'all got trillions, bro. You give me a couple. You give me a half a fraction of a percent, bro. Y'all got crazy numbers. Nah, we begging.
Could you imagine, like Bill Gates, bro? If I saw Bill Gates, bro, can I have $1 million?
And he like,
bro, $1 million. That's not gonna face you.
Get the fuck out my face, brother. That's what I say.
Which is crazy.
Back up out
bro.
my face, brother.
Bro,
back.
Get $1 million.
Hey, get your little striped beard out my face. Security. Security?
It's wild, bro. It's so wild, bro. Just $1 million.
It's gonna be in some dudes in
gonna
Metal Gear
phase you,
Solid
son.
camouflage, Octo Camel from Metal Gear Solid 4 gonna pop up out of nowhere and just grab your ass, and you gonna be in the underworld like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's how I roll, Bill Gates style, you know.
I'm like, Mark, bro, just give me
Give
me 20 of your stocks,
leave him
bro.
alone. He fight now, so don't even run up on him. Bro got hands.
That's right.
Yeah, bro got leave him alone now. He ready. He was tired of all that talk. He got in shape. He MMA'd up now. He'll beat your ass. Let somebody run up on Zuck. He gonna whoop they ass. He been waiting probably to get somebody too. He trained with like the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? Because he can. Because he's Zuckerberg.
Well, you got that money.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
So he's roughhousing with like legends. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna eventually get good. You know what I'm saying? And if he's really taking it serious, you got nothing but time and money, and that's all it takes to be good.
Would you be Mike Tyson's punching person? I don't know what they're called.
I don't know if they have a name.
But I know you've seen them videos of that.
Yeah, but for how much though? Shit, money is a thing, bro. I ain't Hove and Durant. Money is a thing. So how much we talking? I got a couple ribs. I got a couple ribs to get cracked. Fuck it. Flex. Hit that bag.
Could you imagine, bro?
How much we talking?
Like every time I look at that dude, I'm like, that's like asking to put me in a cage with a pit bull. Nick, no.
Yeah, but how much we talking?
Because Mike might snap at any time. He might go back to.
Yeah, but he has been defeated. There is a way to beat him, and we've seen it.
I have not defeated him. You have not.
Yeah, you shouldn't do it. You stay away.
So that's what I'm saying. Hey, you might be like Mike.
Well, no, but like, yeah.
Go.
Hey, that's when we both gonna start swinging. I ain't gonna just let you get me, bro. Fuck you. This is supposed to be practice.
Oh.
That's like when practice go too far. It's like, bro, you said we was practicing.
Right.
Like, hold on now. Now we really
we gonna get on our Irish, bro. It's practice.
We said we was
bro.
practicing, dog. I'm supposed to be in here just getting you right. All right. There's a bag for that over there. It's a piece of meat,
But
Rocky.
You've seen those videos.
Well, they do it on purpose.
Well,
they do it on purpose where they like really let them go crazy. Like they'll put people in a suit to let them hit them as hard as possible. But most times they don't do that when like it's just don't press my dishwasher. Sorry. I was doing dishes.
Oh, you good.
Yeah, just letting you know. Letting the viewing public know that that's a dishwasher. Okay? Just letting you know. No, yeah, man. It's interesting to say the least.
It is. It's wild.
To say the least. But I would do it. I would do it.
Yeah, you bold.
I would do it for sure. I'll put the bag on.
You bold. That's like people being like, hey, you want to go in the cage and take a picture with the lion? No, bitch. No. No.
My girl family be doing. They be going to the sharks. They be going with the sharks. And I had the
My
nerve.
life is
and I had the
already
nerve. Yeah. Black is different. It's different. It's already. Yeah.
It's already crazy out here being this color.
Yeah, sure.
Like I don't need no more of an adventure.
But you know what's crazy about like
if
to be fair
motherfuckers could,
to be fair to sharks.
Be fair, no. If motherfuckers could be black for a day, if they could, I bet you.
But
they
you
would
know
do
what?
that
Sharks
shit.
get a bad rap
To get that experience. They'd be like, you know what? Let's see what it's like.
We watch Shark Week, and sharks get a bad rap.
And we police officers.
And we clearly they go, oh, sharks don't attack unless provoked. Blah 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 blah. And then we like, they dangerous as hell, y'all. It's like, okay, they literally don't know what the fuck we are, and they don't have hands. So how else do you think they're gonna find out what you are? They're gonna try to nibble. But like, if you don't fuck with them, they don't fuck with you. Because and this is what I was told. He said, we're so deep, they've never seen anything before. They're spooked. So they don't even come near you. To see them, we have to hide behind rocks or they won't come out. That's how far down they go to where they don't see shit, bro. I was like, oh, y'all in the deep. No, thank you. I'll stick to skydiving.
Don't go what I'm telling you.
I see the skydiving. No. They doing shit that I can't afford because they going to like Fiji, and then after they get to Fiji, they hopping on the fucking boat.
If you see a teacup, run.
Sorry. It's like, dang. It's like, bro.
I'm gonna come take a picture of your ass so quick.
They're gonna be like, fish sticks.
Yeah.
Sorry, brother. I didn't know what was happening.
For y'all that don't know, that's a movie.
Oh, man.
Get out.
Hey, what's up, brother? Salutations. How's everything going with you, my brother? Like, what happened to you?
Did you like that movie?
Of course. What?
Okay.
That's his best.
I can't remember. I know we talked about it long
yeah.
time ago, though, but I couldn't
Shiny
remember.
face, man. That's his best. By far. By like, in my opinion, that's his best.
I still haven't seen Candyman, though.
That's not his movie, though. He produced it.
Okay.
He didn't direct that. He produced it, and I enjoyed that movie. It's Candyman for sure, but it's different, and I like kind of like how they connected. Some people didn't like it. I enjoyed it for what it was, for sure.
Yeah,
and I like Yaya because Yaya from the town, so you know what I'm saying. So we're gonna rep anything from Oakland.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, for sure. We small,
but going back to the Vision Pro.
Yeah, how do we get off that? The visor.
Being black.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, the visor. But so the Vision Pro, we've always wondered about games and how they're going to do games. I know people hear this part like they're like, nigga, if y'all don't come out with unrelated already, so we can hear y'all talk about this shit.
The 5 people.
But
just playing. It's 6.
Yeah, so the Apple Vision Pro, fuck it, so we can get to what we want to talk about. You about to be able to play Job Simulator on there.
That's
so
cool.
Job Simulator. So I'm curious how you about to do this.
Now, is it going to be
because everybody now that this has been out for a while, everybody's talking about how the hand tracking, I guess, isn't it's not holding up. It's the first iteration of it.
It's also just
demo 35,000 though.
Yeah, it's demo 1 though. I mean, like software 3,500. It's not $35,000.
I mean, yes.
Don't lie to these people. Don't lie to these people.
3,500. My bad.
35,000.
But yeah,
that's a lot of money, bro.
So yeah, there's no release date for it. Let me double check. It says popular VR game Job Simulator is coming to PSVR PSVR coming to Apple Vision Pro soon. But yeah, it doesn't have they don't have a release date. No release date for that yet.
No, I thought it.
But yeah, no, I'm curious to see like how they're going to do that.
Yeah, is it going to be mixed, or is it going to be like, will you be able to do like mixed reality, right? Where you like sit at a desk and like it can scan your desk and it knows where you're at, so it can like simulate the things on your real desk. That would be cool, right? That would be a cool way to do it, right? And you had a little bots running around in real life, coming from places, and you see them within your world, you know what I'm saying? Or you just get encapsulated into the world and you can just like do it. So I don't know. Yeah, it could be interesting to see how they do that game. I still haven't
So
had the opportunity to try that on yet.
yeah, you need to set up a appointment for you and the lady to go check it out.
At some point.
Y'all would definitely like it for sure. But yeah, so the news article topic of the day is, I'm sure a lot of you guys have been seeing it. The industry has been going through layoffs like crazy. Just so you guys know, because I know you guys keep seeing me like looking to the side, so I jot down notes throughout the podcast. So you know the little snippets and stuff that y'all see. I have to write down the times and what we were talking about and stuff like that. So for all you guys that are doing podcasts, it's a little helpful tip for you. Because a lot of what we about to talk about now is about to get chopped up and put on social media.
I'm pretty sure.
But so we at the 50-minute mark. But yeah, no. So there's been a lot of layoffs going on in the industry, which is nothing new. Before the end of the fourth quarter, every cycle, like clockwork, around the February, definitely March standpoint, you see a lot of the industry, tech, and tech and gaming are pretty much hand in hand. So tech and gaming industry, you see, a lot of layoffs going on. IGN had posted an article about how this year already has doubled. The layoffs of this year doubled that of last year, and we're not even at the end of March yet. So there's going to be even more layoffs.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Just today, EA came out and they said that they will be laying off 670 people. Sony came out a couple of days ago. They laid off 900 people. That's a lot of 900 people losing their job.
It's a lot.
Then 670 people losing their job. That's a lot of unemployment. And that's just two companies.
And it's early.
Two.
And it's early.
So,
and
there's going to be
EA just
many more.
EA just, we said EA, but everybody, like I said, Bungie did it earlier last year, right? Like they laid off a bunch of people. So it's a trickle down, it's coming for a lot of people. It's just, that's what's happening in the industry.
And so every year when I see these layoffs, in our original podcast, first podcast, you guys know Hoodnerd works for Sony. And so I would always hit him and be like, yo, you good? Yo, you good? And he'd be like, oh, yeah, that was this, or yeah, that was that. And, I'm good, blah, 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 blah. So this year when I saw it, I was like, okay, well, I'm not even going to hit him because I was like, damn, that's a lot of people, I always say like a little prayer in my head for those people because you just never know what anybody's going through, what people's financial situation is,
No.
And we hear stories all the time that people are like one paycheck away from being homeless, and that shit's real. In the Bay Area, where a lot of these jobs are located at, not all of them, but a lot of them are located in the Bay Area, and the Bay Area is the most expensive place in the United States to live right now.
Mm-hmm.
This, believe it or not, it's do your Googles. It's not LA and it's not New York. It's the Bay Area. It's expensive as hell out there. Between your bills and your windows getting bipped.
Man, facts on facts on facts.
But yeah, man. So, Hood, I'll let you go ahead and have at this portion. So,
yeah, man.
Were you a part of these layoffs this time around, or did you escape again?
No, man. I didn't escape this time. I was unfortunately a part of the layoffs, and it's so funny. Just last week in the first episode, my introduction was explaining what I did for the PlayStation, how long I worked there, how many years of service, blah, blah, blah. And a week later, shit was all good just a week ago. I get laid off. So, yes, I was a part of it. I know a lot of people were probably wondering, there's probably been messages for people. I have a ton of messages from people that I haven't responded to just because I needed to get my mind right and need to just to be in the right frame of mind to talk about it, right? It kind of came out the blue. It wasn't something that was unexpected, but it wasn't. It was unexpected, if that makes sense. And I know probably for a lot of people, like, what the fuck are you talking about? But it's like, I was in corp for a long time, and I became a high earner, and so it wasn't malicious how I was cut. It was more of a numbers game, right? It's just cold and calculated. Like you are making too much money at your ceiling, at your clip, so you're easy cut. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the people that got let go, they got let go for the same reason. So it wasn't like oh, it's you, Deontay. It's not. It's not personal. It's a lot of people that lost their jobs. A friend of mine's wife got fired. She's pregnant. You know what I'm saying? And they're I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So shit like that. My homie, shout out to them. I don't want to say, but they everybody's going through it. It's not just me. It is my reality. It's a lot of people's reality. And again, I've survived it in 2018. I think I've survived it before that. But yeah, it's a new feeling. You feel like you lost, but you really didn't lose. But for me, honestly, I feel at peace with it because I wasn't happy. And I'm open with saying that I was not happy in my job. My job sucked, right? For a long time because I just didn't feel like I was getting the upward mobility that I deserved, being in the position I was and fighting for what I had fought for so long. It just wasn't working out because the people that valued my craft or whatever I did, they had left a long time ago, and these new people just didn't see it that way. And it happens, and that's how business goes. And you try to impress them, and maybe you can't, or maybe they just don't see you for what you are and what you might bring to another level of like PlayStation, right? Or the store. And it's not all of PlayStation. So there's some good groups within inside Sony. It's not all of them. I still love the brand. I feel fortunate, and I think a lot of people might not look at it that way, but I got to work at my favorite gaming company for 12 to 13 years of my life, coming off of playing hoop. Right. So trying to play ball, traveling, going from living out of a luggage to coming home from hooping to try to fight for my fam, to then getting a job at PlayStation a few months later and being there ever since, bro. And moving through the ranks. I can't be mad at that, dog. From being from Oakland, California, PlayStation's headquarters in San Mateo, I never knew that it was that close to me growing up here. And me and my homie that worked there together, who's at Google now, shout out to Lando, you both said the same thing. Like, we grew up never knowing that this thing was right there, right? Like 989 Studios, I got to work at 989. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to work in that building. You know what I'm saying? So I started in 989. You know what I'm saying? That was my building. So to work in the building or else, you know what I'm saying? All that shit. I look at all the things that I got to do there, the people that I got to meet, the networking abilities, the chances to meet the Phil Lamars and the Kratos and all these things I got to do. I'm not mad. Now, does it suck? Fuck yeah. Let's talk about that. It sucks, dog. It sucks to not know what's next. Your future is in jeopardy when you've been doing something for, a decade longer. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it is a interesting feeling to be a part of. And I'm not necessarily like an ultra private person, but I don't necessarily talk about shit like this publicly, or like, I'm not necessarily that. It's just never been my thing. But I felt like this was poignant. I felt like it needed to be done, right? I felt like I needed to say something because it happened, and it's just a pivotal time in the industry, and something needs to change. Because again, like we alluded to earlier, these corporations can get away with that because they make decisions based on whims, and you have people in these corporations that don't play games or don't really know what the fuck they're doing with the games that they're doing with, or the things that they're doing. They're pulling these triggers, and they're coming from these MasterCards. They're coming from these other companies with these pie in the sky ideas of what gaming is, and they don't know what gaming is, right? And you shows they just canceled six live services. Why? Because they probably weren't good games. Right? You just wasted a bunch of artists and developers and producers' time on some bullshit when they could have been working on some shit that could have actually been dope. So that's on you, and that's on the Hermans, and that's on the gyms for trying to bank so hard and being up Fortnite's ass, you know what I'm saying, and trying to create the next fucking Fortnite. And that's the problem with all these gases and these live services. While they're cool and they're dope, they are soul suckers. And we're seeing what it's doing to the industry in fucking real time, and you can't run from that. So if your favorite game is causing these problems, or the games that you root for, they're causing these problems for real people. Now, I'm not necessarily upset, but there are people that are affected by this shit, and it's gonna be more of them. And it might not be your people, but it's somebody's people, bro. Just to have a stupid token in your game or like a new skin, people losing jobs because people are they're trying to keep up with the Joneses. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's trying to keep up with Fortnite. Everybody wants to be Fortnite, bro. Everybody. Or Apex, or these big ass games that can make money. Destiny. Shit, Destiny. I'll talk shit about Destiny. Destiny's still doing Destiny things. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the biggest anymore, but it's still numbers, division, so forth and so on. WoW. We can keep going about successful games as a service. Helldivers now, right? That's a fluke. They hit with one, but they had to like crack hella bullshit ass eggs. And then they also paid hella money for Bungie, and that hasn't really reaped the benefits that they thought it was going to bring them, right? So they spent like billions of dollars on Bungie, and it's like, what has it done? You know what I'm saying? Like, so those type of things, decisions that get made in 2022, 2021 have ramifications in 2024, 2025 because they don't hit, but they know that, right? I mean, shit, we saw Jim Ryan at the fucking London studios. You know what I'm saying? London studios having a party, bro. Having a party with the people that were getting fired in 2 days. So on Sunday or whatever day that was, fucking he's kicking it at London studios, having they're giving him a farewell tour because today is his last day at PlayStation. He's retiring, right? He's been on a farewell tour writing emails to us about his fucking cats. But you know what I'm saying? It's shit like that, bro. You had the nerve to go to this thing knowing these motherfuckers about to get canned. Not one or two people. The entire studio is gone. London studios, gone. No more. No more studios. They waste all that game they were working on. What is it? It's gone. It's vaporware now. What was I doing? Why was I buying into your service? Why was I trying to help you make money if you're not willing to help me? You did nothing, bro. That's fucked up. It's a trap, bro. It's a fucking trap. So yeah, tech and gaming is in a weird space. And I think we're about to see a huge pivot away from the AAA, the giant AAA games. Or they're going to be few and far between, or they're just not going to be as big in scope. Maybe they won't be as long. I'm not sure, but something's about to change because I just think the absorbent amount of money that they keep spending on these games and trying to recoup with live services that suck, it's just not going to make it, dog. Like, it's not the way gaming is, because that's not what gaming's about, bro. One, gaming's about having fun. Let's start off. It's about having fun. It's entertainment. It's always what it's always been. It's always been about having fucking fun. Everything else came later. Competitive, all that stuff came after. The crux of gaming is fun, and people forget about fun. And it's like, no, you can make money, but you have to make it fun, and then people will pay for fun. Helldivers, right? Fortnite, so forth and so on. And these are all games, if you really think about it, all those games got left to die. Apex Legends, left to die. EA threw that out on a Tuesday, right? Helldivers, pretty much left to die. One, Fortnite was a beta of another game inside a game. You know what I'm saying? It was in the mode that no one talks about now, right? So it's like, yeah, bro, these were like games that are kind of like, oh, yeah, let's see what happens. And they blew up organic nature of gaming. But what we've been seeing from the Suicide Squads of the world or the Last of Us factions of the world, hella mad about that. And we can talk about that too. You ruined that. You know what I'm saying? That all we wanted from that was just the factions mode. All we wanted was the multiplayer. We didn't want fucking Destiny. We didn't want whatever you were trying to make, some survival action shooter. And obviously you weren't good enough to do it, and you were wasting your fucking time. Give us factions. That's what we wanted. We wanted factions with Last of Us 2 controls. That's it. A more modern version of factions. You know what I'm saying? And people would have ate that up. And then maybe later you could have been like, oh, let's make a bigger world. But no, what happens is greed. And they go, we gonna make this big world where we can make billions of dollars off this thing because it's the property and all this stuff. And it's like, whew, you gotta make it fun, dog. You got to make it fun. You have to build the core. Because like, okay, now for Helldivers, right? Helldivers has a base, right? We have a base. But 5 years from now, that base might be different than what it started, but people can grow with it and grow. You know what I'm saying? They can grow. We're never getting a chance to grow. These games are trying to come out and get our money off rip. They're already coming with season passes and battle passes. It's like, how am I supposed to pay for your battle pass, Call of Duty's battle pass, Halo's battle pass, the battle pass for my racing game? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, what the fuck? No, it's impossible. It's like, are you dumb? How many of these season passes can we pay for, and how much time do I have to invest into a season pass? Because if you buy it, you gotta play it. That's a lot of money. And if you want that dumbass gun or weapon or whatever the fuck it is, guess what you got to do? Play that season pass. Play that battle pass. And if you don't, you just wasted $30 for free. It's like a gym membership to them. So yeah, that's what they wanted. They wanted every game to be like that, bro. But they kept choosing dumbass games to pick. Why not go into your back catalog? Why wasn't Resistance one of them? Killzone made into a live service. Warhawk. Why? They're print money. They have fan bases. What? You're going to go for games that nobody, Destruction All-Stars? Why? Why? Tell me why. Whose idea was that? That shit didn't last a day and you didn't even care about it. So shit like that, bruh. Absorbance amount of money. I mean, also just having 2 messengers at your job, running Teams and Slack is expensive. You probably could save some money if you just cut one of those off and just made us use one shit like that. Just dumbass spending on stupid stuff, and then the people got to be affected for it. The people get affected for it. But yeah, so basically, they threw my ass out like Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. They got my ass by the fucking pan right and just. I woke up to fucking chaos in my phone, bro. Like real shit, bro.
So for people that don't know. And if you do, feel comfortable sharing, like how do you find out this news? Because you're working. A lot of people don't know you're working from home.
Yeah, I mean I'm remote. Yeah.
So how do you find out when the article comes out? Do you find out a couple of hours before? I mean, it comes out, the day before. So we found out around the email went out. If I'm not mistaken, I haven't looked at my email in days, even though I still have we found out around, I found out in the morning. I found out I don't know when the email was sent. It was sent out early in the morning or whatever. Obviously it was an HR email. So it wasn't really written by Jim. It was just you can, if you want to see it, it's on, somebody probably posted on Reddit. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm asleep. And my alarm usually goes off at 8 if I don't have it, unless I have a 7:30 or 8 o'clock meeting or something, then I got to get up earlier meeting, right? So usually I set my alarm for 8. It's my wake up time. Obviously I don't get up till 8:45, but you process, what I'm saying? That shit gonna go off a little bit. So I'm waking up and something that day made me look at my phone, and I went back to sleep a little bit for maybe I don't know. I woke up same time I usually do. So I started looking at my phone, and one of my homies hit me, and I didn't have hella text messages at first, but two of my homies hit me. And they both work outside of PlayStation, but formerly worked at PlayStation. So obviously they either saw the news online or they heard, right? Either way, I'm not thinking it's me still. So I see the text. I'm like, are you good? Everybody, you good? What's going on? I'm like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, uh-oh, what's happening? Still not thinking it's me. So I kind of wake up a little bit. I go to my email. It's the first thing I do in the morning, see what's happening in the emails. Because I had to use email a lot because, they didn't really want to get us new tools. So we had to use email. So I've been using email prehistoric shit like that. Either way, this is a $1 billion company. But anyway, we could never get tools that we want. But whatever. They're so good at what they do. So either way, right? So we couldn't really get into. So you check my email and then I see the email from Jim, but I skip over the email to me, right? So I'm looking for the email from Jim. So I find the email from Jim and I go through the email from Jim and it's saying the bullshit it's saying, right? And I probably can't disclose what it's saying, but again, you can see it online. It says the bullshit it says, right? The numbers and all the percentages and all the people, and they're so sorry, and the sincerities and the So anyway, they say all that bullshit, right? So I slide up and see the other fucking email, right? And it's an email to me, right? And it's just to me. Right? It's from my boss to me. And it's in regards to the email you probably just read. And I'm like, whew. So I just rolled over and I was like, babe, I think I got. She's like, what? I'm like, I think I got. I think I got laid off. And so I checked my Slack and my Slack was logged out. And I think that's when I fully woke up. That's when my brain was like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh shit. So I hop up, draws, and I just run to the computer, log in hella fast, right? So the email doesn't say flat out like you're no longer an employee of PlayStation?
I mean, yeah, of
like,
course. You know, it says all that. It just
oh,
it
so
says,
it, okay, so
yeah,
okay,
it says exactly all of that, right? It's saying,
oh,
it's
okay. So
telling
you
you,
just in your head, you're
but it's
saying
telling.
you
I'm
weren't like,
skimming shit. I already know what's happening. It's black. It's black with white embossed letters. We ain't never received no emails that look like that. It looks that nice and proper and clean. It's laid out perfect. It's in Japanese and English, so they find it in Japan too, baby. So just translate it. You get what I'm saying? So it's 2 emails. It's translated in both. So it ain't just like, obviously this is an HR email. The motherfucker didn't write that shit. He writes about his cats. So either way, yeah, it breaks down the percentages.
oh, it's directly from Jim.
Of course, his last.
I thought so. So what did so what
his
did
last,
so,
it's his
okay.
last master. It's
So
his
okay,
last
maybe
stroke.
so what did your supervisor say then?
He gotta lay down the. Well, it's not my supervisor. It's my I mean, I guess he's our VP. I don't know what Bernard is. I mean, or excuse me, I should bleep that out.
Okay.
Bleep that out. But I don't know what he was to me at the time. I guess he's my. I guess I don't care anymore, bro. It don't matter. He was over my director, so whatever title he held, he was the one that had to make the call to call me. You know what I'm saying? So, and in no ill will to him. You know, we had a meeting at 9:30. I told him to cut to the chase, because I already know what's going on. I really didn't need to hear any of the sorries or whatever. You know, it's not his fault, because one, we really didn't know each other. So I know for him, he's probably sad because he got to do this to hella people, right? So it's probably not something he wanted to wake up and have to do, but he's doing it. So it's like, bro, you got other people that probably going to be crying and going through hella emotions. That's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, get me through. Tell me what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I already know what's going on, but just let me get out of here. I don't want to be here. I'm trying to close this shit and be gone. So yeah, that's how I found out, bro. I found out like a fucking head coach in the NFL that got fired.
This guy. This guy right
Steve
here.
Mariucci eating breakfast, bro. Found out with my kids, bro. You got let go. Like, what? Are you serious? But yeah, when I logged online on the computer, my Slack was gone. I had a 403 error on my apps on my Okta shit. I was like, oh no, they got me. Oh shit, bro. They got me. Damn. What the fuck? And that's what happened, bro. And after that, it was just like, after that meeting, it was just like, boop, done. But to be honest, bro, it's been a weight off my chest, bro. Because again, like I said, like I started, I was not happy because of the way the team was working and just my role on the team. And I had shitty management for the last 2 years. I had some shitty managers, dog. I had a shitty management team that didn't know what the fuck they were doing. And they were lost as well. And, you know, they kept hiring motherfuckers that didn't know what they were doing and really didn't have the best interest of what we did in mind. They wanted to do whatever the suits were doing or whatever they thought was cool. Because, you know, people, when they get new positions, they just have to do something. That's like a corporate thing. A tech thing is like, when I come in, I have to make my mark. So I have to like do something. And then it's like a trickle down. And all my goons have to do similar things. And it's like, yeah, but is this in a betterment of like, what is this? What is this? Is this just like, we're just doing stuff? Like, so it's always like that. So they about to go through that again. I feel bad for my team. Shout out to my team, the people that are behind the team that I was on, you know, good people. We had to bust our ass to do shit, to get shit done. You know, we worked with very little and got a lot done, dog. Like a lot. Like, you know, I mean, last year alone, I think I looked at 15,000 submissions, and that's probably not even like an accurate number. Right. And that's just me. So, and that's globally, right? So like, that's just, you know, what had to be done. But yeah, that's just crazy, bro. It's been very surreal. It's been a trip, to say the least. Like, it's been one of the trippiest times, but they gave me a nice little vacation to get my mind together and figure out the next chapter of my life. And is it in gaming? Is it in, you know, where is it, right? Is it this? What are we talking about? It's something, but yeah, it's just not going to be at PlayStation. And I had a run, bro. I had a good run. You got some games out the deal. You know what I'm saying? I done helped my homies as much as I could. I served my time. I done made connections. You know what I'm saying? I ran the gauntlet, bro. I had a great time there. There's no ill will. You know, it's crazy. I still have access to campus. They gave me access to campus for a couple more weeks, which is very nice. I get to go clear out my desk and all my things. I'm going to go say bye to all my mail people and all the people that are still there, the cafeteria people that I love and the security people that I love, and see if people on the floors. I'm going to go say my goodbyes and take some pictures and do my thing. You know what I'm saying? Walk around, try to see if I can see some of the Jerry Jessups of the world and some of those guys that really, you know, were they're staples there, you know what I'm saying? So shit like that, and some of my old teams that are still there. Because I don't even know everybody that got fired, but yeah, bro, it's bittersweet. But it's sweet. It is sweet, though. I know it's sad, and it's going to be sad to some. It's going to sound, but it's sweet because I was not happy. And they weren't trying anything to do anything. It really was, I was at a stalemate, bro. And moving forward, and I would tell anybody moving forward, don't stay too long. Don't stay too long, bro. Do not stay too long. Don't trust them. Don't believe what they say. Do not overstay your welcome. Do not believe what they say. And if they say something and it sounds fishy, believe it. Dip. You know what I'm saying? Get wiggling. Like if they not showing you what you want and you ask for it and they still not showing it, because they'll do it to you. Right. So why stay around waiting for them? And I think younger millennials, because as an older millennial, we have Generation X disease where we feel like we need to stay, or like, you know, boomer disease where it's like we feel like we got to stay. Once you have a job, you got to stay in a job. Nah, dip, bro. Get wiggling. Like if they not doing it within 2 to 3 years, if you ain't moving up, you know what I'm saying? Fuck you, peace, bro. Get going on everything. Like dip, bro. Don't do it. And that's you are not held to them, bro. Find something new, bro. Put the fire to them. Keep the pressure on them. Because if you don't, they will find a way to get rid of you, bro. And they will send an email to you saying how sorry they are to let you go. But they're really not. Because you're a number, bro. You're not a name. You're not special. Doesn't matter how many people you've made or how many connections you know. You are not special at this place. They don't give a fuck if you're 7 feet tall or 5'3". They don't give a fuck about you. They give a fuck about money. And you're a number. And you have to realize that. And then once you do, you can be better for it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the sad truth. So yeah, while gaming is fun and it's a darker side to that industry, baby. And I know we forget about that sometimes, but that's the truth. You know, it's the truth of it. And again, like I said, I don't hold any ill wills towards Sony. You know, it was a corporate stroke. You know what I'm saying? It's a dick move, fucked up. That's just how corporate America works. That's how all this capitalistic bullshit works. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up. But that's the only way you can kind of eat in this society, especially out here. It's fucked up. You kind of got to dance they dumbass dance.
So do you, what's next for you? Like, what's your next step?
I don't know.
Or are you just kind of
I'm coasting right now, bro. I'm playing video games, dog. Like I'm cooling, bro. Like I said, like I'm happy. So like I'm trying to like figure out like where I am and where I want to be. Do I want to go back into that field? Do I want to find somewhere else, or what else is out there for me? A lot of people have reached out to me, and again, sorry to everybody that has reached out to me and I haven't reached back to, but it's been a crazy whirlwind of a couple of days. So I understand all the condolences and stuff, but we got to move. I'm ready to move into the phase of like leads and help. So I'm going to get back to you. I promise. I'm sorry. It's been trippy for me. So I'm trying to figure it all out. And, I just don't know where I am sometimes as far as like my like writing. Right. So like, I don't want to like write something like, man, I don't give a fuck right now. Somebody just trying to be genuine, like, oh, my condolence. I hear what happened. Man, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's real, bro. And it's real. It's a real feeling. Cause sometimes you'd be like, man, I don't want to hear that shit right now. Cause it was overwhelming to me the first day. And I think about it from a standpoint of everybody don't know. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that knows don't know. A lot of people don't know because they not in that world. They not checking the news, and no one's thinking about my job when they got other problems to worry about. So they don't give a fuck that somebody got fired at PlayStation. So they not thinking about me. Most people don't even know I work at PlayStation. That's how, or worked at PlayStation. That's how little. See how long I worked there. I still say worked, or my team, because I can't help it. It's got to come out. But yeah, when I worked there,
you've been there
so
for
long, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, that shit's a trip. It really is a trip. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's next. So, and I haven't really even thought about it. I've been swinging at the board, but I haven't really swinging too hard. It's kind of just like practice swings, because I don't think I'm in the state to be thinking about like the next thing unless somebody hits me and it's like, hey, I got something for you and it's ready to go. Then I got to get ready. But yeah, I got to get myself groomed for interviews, and I got to clean myself up and probably braid my hair different because I'm tired of this shit letting it down. You know what I'm saying? So I got to get that done and make sure my LinkedIn is proper and all the things. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to come out and make the first impression your worst impression, right? It's got to be your best. So I got to come out swinging tougher than ever. I'm a little older now, so the game is a little different, right? So the only thing I have in my favor is the seasoning, right? I have experience and, luckily I got a little bit of gift of gab. So we'll see what happens with that, man. But I'm not too worried. It's so early in the game. I can't get worried yet, but I do want to take the time to kind of like just relax for a little bit, play some games, kick it with some people, just do some shit that I wasn't able to do because I was just so focused and locked in on work and shoulders all tight and motherfucking neck falling apart and cramped at the keyboard and busting your ass and getting accused of not busting your ass. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that is crazy. And that shit will drive you crazy when you got a motherfucker gaslighting you, telling you ain't doing it. So shit, I ain't gonna get into all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But motherfucker, I don't know what I'm doing next. I don't, bro. I have no idea, bro. I have no idea what's next. I just know that shit was a trip, bro. It really was. It was surreal. It was funny because it was like, God damn, for real, they got me? Wow. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. So, yeah, your boy is in these streets. Help me, please. Help me, please. Give me help me, I'm poor.
No, after working somewhere for so long, I agree. You definitely should take some time off.
Oh, for sure.
Reset your mind, reset your soul, reset your spirit. Just center yourself again, and see where your heart leads you next.
Yeah, I mean, you got to make
because working somewhere for 13 years, like that's a long time.
Long time, bro.
Like you were there a couple of months before Amani was born.
Yeah, I was.
So, because Amani's 13.
Yeah.
So, like, that's a long ass time to be somewhere. That's why, the thing for me is what I hate about corporate America is the way that they treat their employees, especially your employees that put time in. Like, you put in 13 years. I feel bad for anybody that lost their job because it's never cool. Yeah. But it's just the way that they went about it. And it's like
how they
people
do.
who've been there maybe like a couple of months compared to like, 2 to 3 years. Okay, I can see it, being through an email or something like that. But like your seasoned vets.
Surgical, baby.
People that have put time in. Like,
we all the same. We'll be a number.
You holler at them like the day before that this is about to hit the press, not the morning of. Like, I just feel like it's just so cold. And it's just so unfortunate because you, like I said earlier in this podcast, you lost your job not because of decisions of your own, but decisions of those in higher places. And those people don't lose their job. Nor do they get a pay cut. Nor they still get
to walk off into the sunset with their family and go on vacation with their Porsches.
And that stuff,
I want a Porsche.
Is wild to me.
I want a Porsche. I love Porsches. The hell? I want the GT3 RS.
It's wild the way corporate America, does people. Because you're right. It's like you ain't nothing but a statistic.
That's it, bro. A number. That's all. You're a number, bro.
Nothing but a piece of meat.
Yeah, just like in this country, you ain't nothing but your number, baby.
So, and I know a lot of people out there aren't big on unions, but I definitely feel like the gaming industry definitely needs some kind of a union. And like, while I know unions aren't perfect and stuff like that, I work for the state of California. We have a union, and the first thing they want to do to us as soon as California is in a deficit is they want to come after, because your least common denominator is people's salary. Yeah. So you trying to cut salaries. Well, luckily, because we have a union, they can't fire us. Now, what they can do is they can furlough us. They can take a couple of days worth of our pay, but they got to, in return, give us that time off. They can't just be like, we're going to take 10 to 15% of your pay. that's where the union steps in, and they're like, okay, well, if you're going to take 10 to 50, if you're going to take 10 to 50% of the pay, then you need to give the equivalent of time off then. And so it's like it's a fair trade off. Like at least like I'm losing a portion of my salary, but I'm not losing my whole job, career, and pension and health insurance and things of that nature. And it's like I've never really understood people that don't like unions because they protect your job. At least a good one does. So, and I really feel the gaming industry, the tech industry overall,
Yeah.
really needs that because again, like I
There's
said,
nothing.
especially the time that we're in right now, it's crazy for people to be losing their jobs, and even for me, like I said, the state is in the deficit right now. So I'm almost certain that if not by June, if not earlier, you're going to hear about the state of California employees being furloughed, or there's going to be a hiring freeze, or something. It's going to be something because it's shit is too crazy right now in every industry, in everywhere financially. Like the world, not the government, but the citizens in the United States is at its highest deficit. Like Americans are at their highest debt ever. Like ever in life. Like American citizens are at their highest debt ceiling ever. And I'm sure a lot of that came from COVID, people losing their jobs, so they had to start using their credit cards to
make ends
recoup
meet,
for. So it's unfortunate. It's sad, man. I wish I'm one of those people that just wish that I could help people, man. But shit, I'm trying to help myself right now because it's crazy freaking expensive. Like I sent you that list.
The most expensive cities.
Yeah, and Sacramento is on there, and Sacramento's a small city.
Not anymore.
We're a small market.
No, you ain't.
And I'm like living out here, like on my own with a single income. It's like it's crazy. Like I know so many people that are, staying in their situationships because it's easier.
Yeah, for sure.
It's more financially comfortable. It's like, yo, bro, we not working out, but we
gonna work this out. For sure. We ain't working out, but we about to work this out. So what say you? It's hard out here, cuz like we gonna look, you date who you date, I'm gonna date who I date. It's good. We just gotta live together though, because this shit is expensive. I feel it. I understand it. Shit, I'm not knocking nobody for what they got to do. That's why I remember when people used to knock people in the city that lived together, like, oh, people got roommates. It's like, yeah, bro, shit hella expensive, bro. You kind of got a room with somebody. Like, you kind of got to share. Everybody can't do the solo little mission no more. And I remember that really became a thing. Like, oh, you got to be by, bro, it got so expensive out here. People was like, man, I need a roommate. I'm staying with 4 other people, like, bro. I need a little place to stay. I'm good. It really got shacked up. Like, fuck it, because it got so crazy, especially in San Francisco. And then that trickle down came to Oakland, and everybody pushed out. And then they came your way, and then now they trying to figure out where they're going to go next. You know what I'm saying? Salt Lake City, they see you. Somebody coming. It's a roving pack. That's funny. How it moves. It's a moving pack. It doesn't stop. It just goes to where the next cheapest place is. Like I don't think why people understand. It's like, yes, bro, people are just gonna follow the trend of cheap. And if you keep bragging about how cheap it is in your place, guess what's gonna happen? Austin. Remember Texas when you used to brag, oh, come live in Texas, come live in Atlanta. It's so cheap. No, it's not. No, it's not. I know people in both of those places. It ain't no more. Reno, it's compared to what it was when it's not cheap no more. So like, yeah, while we still absorbing, they absorbing it too, because people moving especially during COVID, all that moving across states, moving to cheaper places, taking them, you know what I'm saying? That the prices going up. If all these Californians are moving to Austin, why would Texas charge Texas prices to California people that were paying California prices? I'm gonna charge you California prices. You got California money now, right? So that's what's happening. And that what happens to all the Texas people. All the price of a burger went up. Same thing happened in California, but nobody wants to talk about it. Everybody act like California. Same thing happened to us. When all you motherfuckers came here for these tech jobs and came here with this boom, prices wasn't like, it was expensive here, but it wasn't this expensive. Then all of a sudden it said, you know what I'm saying? So, but it has to blow at some point, because what's going to happen? You know what I'm saying? And people are losing their jobs, and this is just game. We were talking about gaming. We not even talking about Google and Apple and all them boys yet. You know what I'm saying? So we just talking about gaming right now. It can't. It's something's gonna happen. I don't know what, but it's gonna pop at some point because it's
something's definitely gonna have to give because it's
people can't afford it.
I mean, you got McDonald's workers making $20 an hour.
Shit, yeah, In-N-Out been up
and it's
on
like
that.
So and it's going and
shit. Wendy's got surge prices.
Our minimum wages.
Shit, Wendy's about to have surge prices in 2025. Get the fuck out of here. I'm eating them French toast sticks. They got the best French toast sticks, by the way. I'm eating them French toast sticks until 2025, and that's it. I'm on my own high. Surge prices at a fast food place, bro. Are you?
They about to be on that. They about to be on that happy hour.
DoorDash, bro. They gonna be DoorDash, bro. They gonna be DoorDash and they gonna be Uber. You know how Uber surged because hella people ordering cars and it's gonna be each store. So that means if you on the busy side of town, the store on the non-busy side of town might have the cheaper deals because there's nobody over there because it's AI generated. So the menu board gonna be AI dependent. So that means each store probably or region is gonna have its own AI telling it based on like traffic and data on what at this time it's hella people in line. So that we gonna make shit $2 more or it's less than this time. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. Well, to eat a fast Wendy's used to be about value, bro. Wendy's used to be able to get $5 and get everything, bro. Remember that?
Yeah.
Wendy's was Dave Thomas is rolling over his fucking grave, dog. Dave Thomas is rolling over. Wendy is literally flipping with her pigtails like this. Like, what is happening, bro? It used to be the baked potato, the chili. I know it sounds old, but you be able to get a Frosty, the junior bacon, bro.
Yeah, they got the what is it called the biggie bag, the $5 biggie bag.
That shit ain't shit. Even the nuggets ain't $1 no more. They know they scandalous.
You remember McDonald's used to have a 25-cent cheeseburger or a 25-cent burger, and the cheeseburgers was like 35 cents.
And then they went to up to like 89 cents, and that still was a deal, right? Because you could still slap hell of them for hell of money. Yeah, hamburgers and cheeseburgers 50. It was like 49 cents and 59 cents, something like that. Like for a hamburger, you could get. Yeah, you used to live
like fast food is so crazy. You almost might as well just order from a sit down restaurant,
or you might as well just at this point, motherfucker, go buy you some beef and make your own fucking burger, bro. What the fuck, nigga? Make your own get your own Thousand Island dressing, get some seasoning in that bitch, stir it up. There you go, special sauce. Get you a. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? At this point, bro, yes, bro, if they keep this up, bro, everything they make, bro, you probably can make it yourself. And also fast food will probably end up becoming like a Airy Blue Moon type of thing. And it's sad because a lot of people rely on fast food for stability for their children. It sucks I know that's probably not good, but sometimes, man, you got to do what you got to do to survive. So I ain't judging nobody on how they got to get busy, but like,
absolutely.
But you raising these prices, you pricing people out, and probably the people that need your food the most, right? So you thinking about the lunch crowd, the Stanley Cup bitches, but you probably not missing out on the mom with the car with the kids or the dad trying to feed. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like, so we'll see what.
We live in a world where no one cares.
Facts.
No more.
But there's still people. There's still people that care. I just think it's no one.
There are.
No one.
But there's not many.
Well,
of
no
us.
one cares.
It is not.
No
many
one
of
cares
us.
in.
Like I was telling you, people are so desensitized.
People don't care about capitalistic people.
People are going.
What? Not cap.
People are going to do this before they come and help
that's
you.
Weird though. I mean, but we've been weird since the cameras up.
I'm hurt.
I mean, people love filming. Yeah.
You gonna pull out your phone before you come and help me out, bro? Put your fucking phone away.
Well, that's where we are. We got to film everything.
And it's horrible. It's so,
and then
like,
the problem
is
now that everybody knows that some people do things for attention, right? So it's like, yes, while you know what I'm saying, it's like a weird inverse of like, yeah, we filming everything, but now some people are doing it because they know they're being filmed, right? So they're now just like theatrics in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so weird. It's weird to see how people operate now, like with cameras and things. It's interesting. It really is.
Yeah, it's wild. Like I've always thought, and we'll end on this. I've always thought it was crazy how like these restaurants. I don't know if this is all over, but I know here in California, these restaurants, it's like they have all this leftover food, and they can't give it out.
Yeah.
They have to throw it
Yeah.
away. Like they can't give it to these people who are out here starving.
Man,
and
we don't
hungry,
gotta
and
go
it's
into
like,
homelessness, bro. That shit's weak. And it's not like and people try to blame it on like people. I hate that everybody acts like they know the answer. I hate it. It drives me fucking crazy, bro. Like, motherfucker, if you knew the answer, then why you not fixing it? Oh, blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up, man. Everybody, oh, it's mental illness. It's this, like, it's all of it, bro. It's the housing crisis. It's severe mental illness. It's drug. It's all of the above, bro. There's no one right answer as to why the homelessness. Now, the biggest one is probably the housing crisis, right? Motherfuckers don't got nowhere to go, but y'all keep building these high rises, but ain't nowhere to go. Well, nobody talk about that though. Nobody talks about that when they talk about the homelessness. Y'all keep building these high rises, but you build nowhere for people to stay. So you're expecting these people to find stay where? You just keep pushing them around. It's not like, bruh, it's everybody ain't crazy. All these people ain't on drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if they weren't, they are because they on the street and they got to sleep on the bricks. So it's like, bruh, like, I don't know. Homelessness is so complex, bruh. I hate when people try to make something so like, this is what it is. And it's like, all right, then solve it then. Oh, well, it's deeper than that. Oh, is it then? Oh, is it deeper than that? Okay, then. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, what the fuck? Because if it was just that easy, if it was just, oh, well, we just go get them off the streets and clean them up and do this, like, all right, when to do it then? Why they not doing it? Because it ain't that easy. And if they,
no, it's not. There's a lot of legal. There's a lot of legal stuff to go along.
Because they still got rights.
Adults, so you can't.
They still got rights.
Yeah.
These are still people.
So,
like, it's not like they like.
So yeah,
it's not like they like weirdo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody like kooky crazy. They like people, bro. Like they hard on their luck. It could be me, motherfucker. I just got laid off.
Yeah.
It could be me. So my big ass could be homeless too, bro. Luckily, I just got people that fuck with me that probably would never happen. But what if I didn't have nobody that fuck with me and I lost my job and I get kicked out of my place? I'm on the streets. That's how it happens. It ain't always some fucking crazy person on drugs, cuz. That's such a farce, bro. That's such a like weird way to think about homeless nigga. Like your people could be homeless, bro. So don't look at it the next time you see a homeless person, don't look at them as a fucking like, you know what I'm saying? Like they hard ain't look. They feel worse than you do. The fuck? You have a home.
I don't know. I don't know why people would even think that it's anything ridiculous because like we said earlier in the podcast, and everybody knows that the statistic of the fact that people are one paycheck away from being homeless.
One dog.
Like I don't think people really understand the scarcity.
But it's also just grace, bro. And that's something I guess maybe you get with age or time. But I feel like grace, and a lot of people don't have grace for people, especially homeless. And that's something my mom instilled that. Like it's like these people could be your people, bro. Like why you don't got no grace for them? Like I can see, like okay, some people, but. Bro, what? I don't even know why this is a conversation, bro. Like, when people get pissy about homelessness, it's like, you weird, bro. Like, I get it when it move in front of your shit.
You must ain't never been down on hard times.
Yeah, that's what it is, though.
Or you ain't came from the mud. Or
like, I get it. The 10 cities are crazy.
You came from humble beginnings.
The 10 city shit is crazy, but it's like, these motherfuckers don't got nowhere to go, bro. And the city just keep rerouting them, so they just keep making it happen wherever they can. Yeah, it's not right. Yeah, it's fucking up probably some business. Yeah, it's probably making come, but they don't got nowhere to go, nigga. Like, where the fuck are they supposed to go, bro? You just want to shoo them off to make it convenient for your eyes. What if somebody did that to you, bro? But you don't think like you think for some reason because of like Reagan in the 80s, you think that homelessness is a fucking scourge of the earth, bro. That's so fucked up.
People think that it can't happen to them, and that's
look
the
that
thing
up
about
though.
it. A lot of people out here feel that it can't happen to them, and
since some of y'all so smart, look that up. Reagan did that to y'all. Reagan did that to your parents and some of your uncles and aunties and cousins. He made everybody feel like homelessness was a scourge, bro. All these motherfuckers got mental illnesses, and now most people believe that. So you hear people still spewing off his bullshit. And it's like, nigga, we've proven that that's not the case.
But the crazy part about it is if you talk to these people, here's the crazy part. And we can circle this back around to Colin Kaepernick and everybody's like, oh, he's disrespecting the troops.
Well,
the troops
people
the
hear what
troops.
they want to hear.
This country talks about supporting the troops so goddamn much, but some of the main
It's
people
homeless.
that are homeless serve this fucking country.
That's why I don't buy none of that bullshit. It's all cap, bro.
That's why it
Fugazi. You're all you fugazi.
Sense.
Fuck out of here.
It's like if y'all love the military so much, they should never.
Man, we don't even get into that, bro.
Ever.
People wasn't kneeling for.
Ever.
We can go back to that. We talked about that, but motherfuckers was not kneeling. Was not holding their hand or their heart before 2001, 2002 season. So let's keep it a beam, because I remember football players stretching and talking and fans walking to concession stands during the national anthem when somebody's singing, because nobody gave a fuck. But all of a sudden, after 9/11, we united, and the NFL and money, and it was like, we got to be patriots. And that's what it was, bro. But y'all motherfuckers dumb as a bitch, and y'all grow up and don't know. That's what I'm saying.
These fools were still going to the bathroom.
Sure, but then they
doing the national anthem. Listen to the
people think, so is everybody at the concession stand stop and turn around and pledge allegiance? Put their hand on their heart? No, they still getting their beer. Here, my money. I ain't nobody stopping for that song. So why the fuck you tripping about? Why was we tripping about one dude who wasn't making no attention? We only brought attention to it when somebody pointed it out. Oh, he's sitting down,
and it wasn't a we America. Why was America tripping?
Well, we know why.
But
because if
that's a preview of our unrelated podcast that we got coming soon. Yeah. So again, like I said, make sure you guys stay tuned. That podcast is coming. But Hoodnerd, man, I salute you and all the hard work that you put in the PlayStation Store. Because, like I said, no matter how people look at it, each individual person counts towards making this shit.
And you know what's crazy, bro?
If it ain't for the small people,
I was doing, we
don't get none of this shit.
I didn't mean to speak over you, but what I was doing was so you could see it. So it's crazy because a lot of the people that are listening to this podcast or will listen to this podcast, you've seen my work. You've seen what I was able to do to make the store curate right, make these logos look the way they do, the cover art, to make sure the backgrounds and the master images are correct. All that shit was me, right? So yeah, man, so I definitely curated the best I could. My attention to detail was pretty good. I think we did the best we could, looking at so much content to make sure that your experiences were the best for your game hubs and your PlayStation Store. And that was my job, man. I wanted to make sure that it looked really good for the players and myself when I booted up the game. And I thought I did the best I could to my ability to have the publishers and the partners do the best I could. And I served. And
shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, the team.
Shout out to
everybody else that got laid off.
Yeah, my people, my condolences. My thoughts are with you. I hate to say that. I hate all the thoughts and prayers, but they really are with you, because I'm with you. I'm in it together. We're in it together. You know what I'm saying? So we should share leads and start compiling. Maybe we need to create a group of people to powwow with, especially about leads and helping people find places, especially with the people that I know. And we're going to get it together though.
I'm curious if there's a Reddit group out there.
Maybe I have to do some digging, but I've been invited to some things, so it's gonna see some things mixing for me sooner or later. But I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure, man. But we thank you guys always for tuning into the show.
Yes.
Do us a quick favor. It doesn't take that long. Whatever podcast service or YouTube, wherever you're listening to this podcast at, do us a favor. Spotify, Apple, wherever. Rate the podcast. Genuinely rate it. If you think it's trash,
if you think we need to be better,
if you think it's amazing, rate it a 5.
Leave a review on the YouTube page, all that shit. Let us know, because we don't know what we don't know, right? And if we're not doing something right, we obviously can change, because it's only episode 2 and we're just trying to figure it out. Well, obviously we have this is going to change over time, obviously. So we're not doing something right. But yeah, support, man. Likes and subscribes and thumbs up and all that shit on all the platforms. Share it if you can on your socials. If you don't want to, whatever, do what you can. And if you don't, that's cool too.
Absolutely.
It's okay. Don't feel like you feel obligated, but just because we ask. But we do want you to.
Yeah, please. Because everybody always be like, what can I do? The least that you could do is just rate it on whatever podcast service you're listening
or share
to on, or if you're
hit
on
that
YouTube,
share button on,
comment, like, thumbs up, everything. But if y'all could do that small favor, if you're on social media, you're following the social media page, share some of the short clips with your friends. So just be a part of the team, help promote it, and we're just gonna keep on feeding y'all the content.
Yeah.
Freaking. I can't remember his PlayStation name. I want to say it was CF Dog. Man, I can't remember his PlayStation name. But I appreciate you. He's definitely been commenting and sharing the content, so I appreciate that. Yeah, just interact with the content when you guys see it. The more you guys interact with it, the more the algorithms pick it up and they start sharing it with more people. So we appreciate you guys. We thank you guys for listening. We thank you guys for just taking time out of your day to share with us. Until next week's podcast, I am DOB. That's my guy, Hoodnerd. Until next week, people, have a great weekend.
Peace, y'all. Happy Black History Month.
Peace. Happy Black History Month.
Happy
Black History
Month. Happy Black.